I assert that the issue before the Assembly today is not merely a question of the settlement of the matter of Italian aggression. It is a question of collective security, of the very existence of the League, of the trust placed in states by international treaties, of the value of promises made to small states that their integrity and independence shall be respected and assured. In a word, it is international morality that is at stake. Rastafari. Greetings, giving thanks. Ras reporting ahead of the time, one step at a time. Today's the day that we celebrate the Master Emperor Haile Selassie I, the conquering lion, the tribe of Judah, Ababa Janai, the light of the world, elect from Jah. Mr. Emperor Rastafari, the head one to be respected and revered and feared for one. And this is the third video that we're putting out, which is basically going through this article written from a prominent United States publication shortly after Mr. Emperor Haile Selassie I ceased from physical existence from the earth. Now the main purpose of this is because this is probably the most read article that was put out after Mr. Emperor Selassie I ceased from physical existence, and therefore it's interesting to note how negative in terms that this article is written in respect to the Master. So we're going to go ahead and start where we left off. It says education was one of the chief interests of Tafari, and at the end of his reign only 500,000 school-aged children and potential 3.2 million were enrolled. So they're stating that the education was of a priority to the king, and yet they're saying that here's the results: only 500,000 of a potential 3.2 million were enrolled. So again, it's negative. It's looking at it in a negative context, and it's excusing the coup that came in and overthrew him, because this, apparently, whoever's behind this article was actually behind the coup. They've said some very just extraordinary things, such as, you know, his burial, and they found his body, which was not true. And it says this right at the beginning of the article, should discredit it from any other information that it gives you thereon. Forced the crown. It says that the Empress attempted a coup, but she was thwarted by the cunning and alertness of a Tafari, who forced her to crown him king in Ethiopia. So apparently he didn't become king through democratic means, through the people electing him, through the people accepting the fact of this as being their ruler. No, he became king through forced means. That's what it says. And then 2 years later, after her mysterious death, which is making a assertion that perhaps Tafari was behind that death, and then it speaks about the coronation of Rastafari when he became king, resembling a shanty town with wedding cake trimmings where foreign delegates mingle with the city's 20,000 prostitutes. Negative, negative, negative. Virtually total abolition was not accomplished until 1964. So instead of speaking on behalf of Rastafari, since this is the time to celebrate a person's life, not celebrate a person's death. Instead of speaking on behalf of Rastafari about his accomplishments he had made to eradicating slavery throughout the land, they're going to speak and say that the slavery was not virtually eliminated until 1964. Well, if they want to speak in those terms, they can say slavery has not been virtually eliminated anywhere, ever.